People doing this Vietnam War reenacting around the country, actually, it was something that we were really initially surprised to learn about. But then as we heard about it, we were encountering these groups, based in different regions. But this group really struck us because there are so many people in it who are veterans themselves. And so I think that we wanted to find exactly that balance, to be sort of ultimately, respectful of what they've done, and trying to, in the very smallest of way, understand how complicated it all is. And I think that's kind of what the bigger picture of one of the bigger pictures of the film is just the sort of mixed emotions that they all have about this experience that they've been through.
All the footage from Iraq and Afghanistan is stuff that the guys in our film brought back. And there's a huge amount of material that soldiers are bringing back from their experiences at war now. I think almost every soldier comes home with some kind of personal collection of phone videos or photographs. And, we started with a set that was what they were comfortable with us sharing publicly. They're, often I think they're documenting things that happen as they happen, and there are certainly images that one guy said to us, like, there's a lot of stuff I don't want to share with you because it could be considered war trophies. So that was sort of like the first set, we wanted something that would parallel the interviews with soldiers in Vietnam, that would give you that sort of in the moment experience. And I think giving you some taste of what particularly Doc had experienced, it's a hard line. I mean, it's a super hard line to figure out how graphic to show, because there is a way in which you can cross the line into those images crossing over from being horrific into being somewhat pleasurable, because you feel this like this sense of you on the outside are seeing it from this safety zone. And particularly that was true of the images from Vietnam as well. So I think our goal was just to give you some inside view of what was happening with them, and then and give a present tense to kind of have these multiple presents: the present of the reenactment, the present of the Vietnam War, and the present of their experiences overseas. One of the sort of concerns was that we would really be this visual break in their fantasy, that they're out there for days and they're trying to get their heads in this fantasy space of Vietnam. And yeah, I wore like oversized fatigues that look really silly on me, and they tried to imagine us as reporters in the field reporters, and that's why you have some of those really uncanny interviews where they're talking to us as if we are reporters. They kind of included us in their fantasy, but we always knew that we wanted it to, we weren't going to compromise on the actual film. We were like, yeah, we need our real cameras. And we worked with a music supervisor, and we were specifically looking for songs that evoked the era that weren't the songs you hear all the time. We didn't want All Along the Watchtower, even though we couldn't have afforded it if we wanted it. A filmmaker once said to me that when you hear those songs, some part of your brain just shuts off because you're kind of like, I know this. Like, I already know what this is about. And we wanted songs that would sort of give you the feeling of that era without giving you that sense that you have already seen this before. But we just want to say thank you again to IFFBoston for having us. This has been a really amazing screening. Thank you.